KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
KUAM News Hotspot is brought to you by
Pacific Points, Do More, Get More, and Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
Oh, hi, everybody. I was just on Twitter. I'm like one of the 15 people still there. All right, this is the Hotspot, man. It has been a busy morning already. We are going to tell you everything that is happening downtown. Nick is standing by. So you know what? Let's get right to it.
The menu, brought to you by King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and Ruby Tuesday Guam, home of the Fresh Garden Bar.
Way down in the capital, there were massive traffic jams today. We are going to tell you about what is an apparent sinkhole or something else that is causing those traffic delays. More importantly, how long they will be. Later in Properties in the Tropics, we'll take you up north to Jigo. We're going to check out an amazing property and get some tips from Francis and Colleen. In a bit, we are going to talk with the Guam Department of Labor, letting you know what your rights are as an employee and opportunities for island seniors. And we're going to close out with an opportunity to win yourself some movie tickets. All right, but we are not wasting any time, everybody. We start off with the latest on the apparent sinkhole downtown at Marine Corps Drive in Agutnia. The problem has caused road closures, and police are rerouting traffic. They've been doing so since about 5:15 this morning. Our Nick Delgado is standing by at the scene. There he is. Already, you can see from just the nature of it, water coming up. Nick has been down there for some time. Nick, what can you tell us about the very latest?
Jason, GovGuam officials have been working throughout the morning just to find out the answer to that question. When will this all be fixed? DPW telling me earlier today it could be an all-day job. I want to give you a look at the scene here behind me. Things unfolding for the past 8 hours since report of this major water line break. We are between Willows Club and Padre Paloma Park in Agutnia here. Authorities getting word that just after 3 o'clock this morning, this part of Route 1 Marine Corps Drive, the road was broken, partially unleveled and water coming up from the ground. Well, when we got here at the scene at sunrise, crews with Department of Public Works, Guam Waterworks Authority, Guam Police, and even the local telecommunication companies were all here. Police redirecting traffic, trying to keep the flow moving, though many had to be directed to take alternate routes throughout the morning. GWA crews were drilling into the street, and you'll see them even doing more of that, trying to pinpoint just where this major water leak is coming from so they could get it fixed and road repairs could get going. Now, DPW Director Vince Areola also responding as his workers were assisting with traffic flow and putting up signs to help officers here direct drivers coming from all directions. One thing Areola makes clear is this is not being called a sinkhole, rather a major water line break. Take a listen.
It's not really a sinkhole. According to GWA personnel, they believe it's a major water line break. Could be a 14-inch main water line that's busted under all three lanes here. So we've set up all three lanes as a safety precaution. They have to get clearances from the telecom companies and probably GPA. So they're waiting for clearances before they excavate. So right now, all traffic northbound in this area has been closed. We're going to try to open up one lane, a southbound lane for emergency vehicles to pass through northbound. And we're requesting assistance from the public to take alternate routes going north. It's a really unfortunate time. At least the only good thing that is that it happened in the wee hours of the morning, so we had time to set up and work on the traffic flow. We're still not out of the woods yet. I think once we open up the northbound lane, we'll have a little bit more order here. Yeah. This is going to be an all-day project.
An all-day nightmare, though it did not take too long for Public Works to open up that one lane for drivers to head north. It's a slow-moving traffic flow here. But as you see here, the traffic has been moving in all directions again, and the congestion we saw being redirected up toward the Tizen area also led to airport police having to figure out how to get the congestion going in that area. Now back here, crews are making the necessary repairs, and we're still trying to pinpoint, of course, what is the source of this waterline break, but we will have more, of course, for you on KUAM.com. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio, Jace.
All right, well done, Nick. Of course, reporting live from Hagatan. And you can see the traffic moving somewhat smoothly there behind Nick. Now, keep in mind, the number of lanes have, of course, been compromised of that. And right now, it's about, 11:05. You can anticipate that, of course, the traffic would get more voluminous, more slow moving. So if you are able to take alternate routes to wherever you need to go, you can obviously go through Route 8. You can go through MTM and Barragata. You may even have to go all the way around Sinahanya, Talampago, Ordet, all the way around FD. Trust me, like my coworkers have been saying, that route is faster. So make sure to check us out on Instagram on our story for the very latest. All right, real quick, there were drugs and a gun inside his car, but 33-year-old Patrick John Tirado said they were not his. He was pulled over by Guam's finest for a traffic violation when the discovery was made. They noted that he appeared nervous, did not have a driver's license, and did not have vehicle registration. Tirado told officers there may be a firearm in the car, and police located a loaded pistol mag with ammunition in plain view. During a search of the car, they found a 9mm Glock and a pouch with baggies of meth. Tirado claimed the gun and drugs were not his, and he gave a ride to a friend who probably left the items in the car. He faces several charges, including possession of drugs and possession of a firearm. A helicopter crash in Ukraine Wednesday morning killed about a dozen people, including dignitaries and at least one child. Here's the latest.
The early morning chopper crash ignited a huge fire near a kindergarten in a suburb just to the east of Kyiv.
And it's unlucky helicopter fall down in the kindergarten.
Several senior Ukrainian officials were also killed, including the Interior Minister Denis Monastyrsky, who was in charge of the police force and the National Guard. President Zelensky's office said the helicopter was taking the Interior Minister to a hotspot when it went down. It was reportedly dark and foggy at the time of the crash, but so far the Ukrainian authorities are not giving any details about the cause. Here in the U.S., the Biden administration is continuing its efforts to support Ukraine in its war against Russia. The Pentagon confirmed Tuesday that Ukrainian troops have arrived in the U.S. to learn how to operate Patriot missile systems.
That training will last for several months and train upwards of 90 to 100 Ukrainians.
At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, the wife of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urged world leaders and corporate executives to do more to help Ukraine. Olena Zelenska also talked about the chopper crash, calling it just another horrible day for Ukraine. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
Okay, everybody, obviously some very, very heavy stories we're bringing to you this morning. So you know what, let's center ourselves, let's focus, and there's nothing like the feeling of home to get you in a right state of mind. And we are showing you a beautiful home right now where Francis and Colleen join us for this week's installment of Properties in the Tropics. Let's go up to Jigo.
Properties in the Tropics is presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
Buenas and half a day. I'm Francis Guerrero.
And I'm Colleen Plas. Welcome to another episode of Properties in the Tropics.
Are you dreaming of your first home purchase? In last week's episode, Melody and Doug took you through the first few steps in the process. The first step is to gather your down payment and closing costs. You'll be expected to pay these out of pocket. Step 2, check your credit score. The higher the score, the greater your chances of approval. Step 3, work with your bank and get pre-approved. This will tell you how much of a house you can afford to finance. Step 4, of course, find a good real estate agent. Step 5, time to shop for a home.
Once you've decided on the right property, you need a good strategy to get you through the process. From running a winning offer to signing and recording a deed, giving you ownership of your new home.
Your offer. What you offer to the seller is crucial to your success. It's not only what price you want to purchase the home for, but any other considerations you're asking for. We can do a comparative market analysis to help you validate whether the seller's asking price is on par with the current market. Buyer investigations. A buyer is responsible for doing all investigations of the property to determine that it is satisfactory. The cost of these are negotiable between buyer and seller.
Professionals that will coach you through it every step of the way.
If you're looking to buy a newly constructed home, here's a great option in Gigo. This home is near completion and will be surrounded by a full concrete and railing fence. It is 2,568 square feet of living space with 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms.
A large open concept kitchen, dining, and living area greets you as you enter. Modern finishings adorn this home. To the right is a full guest suite with a walk-in closet and ensuite bath, where your guests will feel quite at home. A laundry room and the entry from the 2-car garage complete this side of the home.
Down the hall is a spectacular and spacious primary suite. The ensuite bath features a separate shower and jetted tub and a roomy walk-in closet. Then there are 2 secondary rooms and a great main bathroom.
Owning a brand new home has its advantages over older homes. Modern styling, new plumbing, and new electrical lines are a definite plus. This home will be fully complete by the time you close escrow. This is a perfect choice for living in paradise. Need to rent, buy, or sell? We can help, and we're just a phone call away.
Outstanding agents, outstanding results. Francis Guerrero
And Colleen Bloss with Remax Diamond Realty.
We hope you've enjoyed today's show.
Tune in next week for another episode of Properties in the Tropics.
Properties in the Tropics is presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Know your rights, everybody. That is what I am talking about with the Guam Department of Labor. Know your rights as an employee. What affects you and I as gainfully employed members of Guam's workforce. We're talking about that when we return.
We're living in a new world with new ways of communicating, connecting, and moving through life.
Every day seems to be marked with change, and with all these changes, you need trusted people you can rely on for advice and insights about the things that really matter.
Let Gina and I walk you through everything you need to know about real estate, from buying to selling to renting, and all the details in between.
Join us with Jason Solis every week on House to Home.
House to Home every Tuesday on KUAM News Extra, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Hey, you want to order some Taco Bell? Two grilled chicken burritos, 2 bold flavors. Order on the app, only at Taco Bell.
I can't make that amount work right now. Mom, what is it? Can I get new basketball shoes? We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know. Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet. The governor's child care programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
How deep do Pizza Hut's roots run in the islands? Through all the decades, we know what you love. Great taste at an even better price. Like our large 3-topping carry-out pizza for just $13.99. You choose your favorite toppings, meat, vegetables, or any combination that totals 3. Our $13.99 large 3-topping pizza. Order online and carry one out today. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
Half a day, everybody. My dear friend Janela Carrera is in the KUAM News Zoom room, and that means we are talking about the Department of Labor, and that means we are talking about opportunities. We normally do that. Today, we're also talking about knowing your rights. So, Janela, good to see you as always.
You too, Jason. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, and we appreciate the fact that your agency is actually pushing out the fact that that employees, regardless of like sector, everybody has inalienable rights. Everybody, but I guess the point is not many people understand the full scope of those. So, what are you guys doing to make sure that employees understand, what they really, what their rights truly are?
Yeah. So, we actually conduct workshops. We partner with agencies and put a call out to the business community that if they need more information or want their employees to be aware of what types of rights they have as employees, then we're happy to do workshops for them. Or, of course, our website is always there. It has all the information that you need. There's the Fair Employment Practices Division, and you can get all the information there about what your rights are. But in particular, recently, maybe just in the last quarter or so, the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, updated its Know Your Rights poster. And this is that poster. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but I've seen it in a couple of the places I've worked in the past. It's supposed to be located in a conspicuous place where employees can see it. And being required to post it is something for those with 15 or more employees.
And most employees, if it's in their place of business, they pass by it a million times, so
yeah, and sometimes they forget about it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it is a critical document.
It is, because you do absolutely have to know what your rights are, who you can contact if you want to file a charge or file a complaint. And it's just, fair employment practices. So the Know Your Rights poster was updated back in October. And so the EEOC reached out to all their partner agencies from the different states and territories and jurisdictions to ensure that employees are aware of this. And so we want to reach out to the business community and to all employers and make sure they're aware that the poster was updated. And so some of the changes that were made to the Know Your Rights poster, it has more plain language, it's more user friendly, it's more interactive. So it has now it has a QR code. So the last time this was updated was in 2009, and back in 2009 QR codes weren't really a thing. I don't even know, I'm not sure if it even existed. But so now it has a QR code, and if you want more information other than what's on the poster, you can just easily snap your phone on it and it takes you to the website. So it has that. And then one of the major things is clarifying that sex discrimination, it includes discrimination based on pregnancy and related conditions, and then of course sexual orientation or gender identity. I think the definition, or the scope of the definition of sex discrimination in the previous poster was not as comprehensive, or the definition didn't include these things. So now
and self-identification these days is so broad and so much more than when you and I were first starting in the workforce.
Right, exactly. So it has that information, and it also includes harassment as a form of discrimination. So the Know Your Rights poster will list all the different types of discrimination that you can face in the workplace that are reportable, or something that you can contact EEOC and file a charge or file a complaint if you're experiencing any of these forms of discrimination. So they include race, color, and then sex, which has now been updated. The definition has been updated. Age discrimination, there's also equal pay discrimination, disability, genetic information, and retaliation for filing a charge. So if you experience discrimination, and you decide to file a complaint, and then you face discrimination because you filed that complaint and they retaliate against you. So that's also a form of discrimination. So these are just some of the changes that were added to the new poster, and employees need to be aware of this. So it has to be in a conspicuous place, like a break room or an open office, or somewhere where you know that most of your employees or all of your employees frequent or pass by and can see it.
Mm-hmm. And for employees, please, take the time to read this document. I mean, yes. I can almost guarantee, if I was a betting man, I'd say you're probably going to learn something you probably didn't already know.
Right. And so the poster is available. It's available on our website, dol.guam.gov, but you can also go to the EEOC page and get a copy of it there, and then print it. Try and make it a larger paper, because sometimes small ones are a little too hard to read.
The font is a little tiny, so
yeah, the font
there's a lot
small.
of information in there to unpack.
There is, but the one thing that they did with the poster, the updated poster, is instead of making it so wordy, they condensed it so it's easier to read and easier to pinpoint all the information that that are critical for employees to be aware of.
Now, Janela, that's not the only thing you guys have going on, because equally under your purview, you guys are getting out information about island seniors, our beloved Mononco,
Yes.
and opportunities available for them.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. So we have a program that's geared toward our Manamku. It's called the Senior Community Service Employment Program, or we call it CSEP. And so that takes that's for people who are 55 and older, and we assist them or place them in some form of employment or training. And so they, of course, they're paid, and so it's about 20 hours. It's part-time work. It's about 20 hours a week, 5 days a week. And then to be able to be eligible, you'd have to meet certain criteria. So of course, 55 and older, resident of Guam, if you're unemployed, and then you meet the income requirement. And if you are among those with significant barriers to employment. And so we work with other partners for the CSEP program. So we've actually placed some of them with the mayor's offices. There are some where they were enrolled in the CSEP and doing part-time temporary work. And then eventually we were so impressed with their skills that we actually picked them up here at Department of Labor, working down at the AJC. So
very nice.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're a Manamku, whether you're retired or not, but you're unemployed and you need you want to work, we can definitely put you to work. We can assist you. Just give us a call at the American Job Center. Our number is 475-7000 or 7001. Or you can always call. I know some of our elderly, they kind of like to get out of the house. Instead of doing online banking, they prefer to go to the bank and make a deposit. So, you can definitely visit us at the American Job Center. We're at the GCIC building in Hagåtña. We're on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, so obviously our island's Manonko, their decades of experience, of their knowledge, their ability to pass that down to younger generations. I mean, that in itself is invaluable.
Yeah, and there's actually certain skills that a lot of our Manamku have that maybe some of our younger generation don't have, and that can definitely contribute to the workforce. So like I said, with the mayor's offices, they've utilized a lot of our CSEP participants because they know their villages. We try to put them in the villages where they reside in, so it's easier to commute, but also because they're familiar with the residents there, and a lot of the local residents within that village can trust them. They know, they're the heartbeat of the village, just like the mayors. So we've utilized mayor's offices, other GovGuam agencies where we place them. During the pandemic, we also had some seniors who were assisting with the COVID-19 vaccine and testing. So it's a really good program, but we're not seeing as many participants as we used to. So we want to encourage our Manamku and our elderly population to get back into the workforce if they can. They're looking for something to do, or they need the money. Then definitely we can assist them get that started.
That is a wonderful opportunity. And is it necessarily the work that the elderly will be doing is necessarily maybe more towards administrative and clerical? Because I mean, I'm sure if you place someone who's 55 and older at one of the mayor's offices, you're not going to say, okay, you're going to be the one to like cut down the tree or
cut down the bushes, right. Well, you never know. There might actually be some. I've seen some of the older population that in that age group, that age bracket, are still out there and working very hard and getting that
would
labor.
be very cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so,
it just depends. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a cut and dry program. You bring what you have to the table and everything, and Department of Labor will match you up where you're most needed and give you meaningful work and give you a very good, honest wage.
Yeah, good wages. Again, it's part-time work, but there's other benefits too that are included. So just to list some of them, the wages are exempt from income, and then you also get some birthday leave or bereavement leave with pay, and then of course you gain on-the-job experience and an opportunity to re-enter the workforce. So this is it's a temporary type of thing, but at the end of it, say you're with an employer who sees your potential in a long-term employment, then they can definitely pick you up permanently. So as I mentioned, we've done that here at Department of Labor, where we've had a couple who were assisting us with other programs, and we were just so impressed with them. We ended up hiring them for permanent jobs at the AJC.
Very nice. That's wonderful. So, Tunwan and Tan Maria can go, like work in the village in the morning and then go pick up the grandkids when they get out of school in the afternoon. And that's a full day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 20 hours a week part-time. And then eventually if you get picked up by an employer permanently, that could lead to full-time employment.
There you go. Well, the Department of Labor is getting it done. Janella, fittingly, I'm going to let you get back to work because I know you guys have a lot of it over there. So thank you very much for your time and for making these wonderful programs available to our community.
Absolutely. Anytime, Jason. And I really want to thank you for this great opportunity.
Absolutely.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
The most tempting part of your week is guaranteed to be Subway and Chili's Lunchbox Hours. Tune in Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Breeze 93.9 FM. Catch the greatest hits of your lifetime from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s while you grub on a mouth-watering Subway footlong sandwich or tantalizing flavors you love from Chili's. Your Lunchbox Hours brought to you by Subway and Chili's.
How deep do Pizza Hut's roots run in the islands? Through all the decades, we know what you love. Great taste at an even better price. Like our large 3-topping carry-out pizza for just $13.99. You choose your favorite toppings, meat, vegetables, or any combination that totals 3. Our $13.99 large 3-topping pizza. Order online and carry one out today. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
I can't make that amount work right now.
Mom,
What is it?
can I get new basketball shoes?
We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know. Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet. The governor's child care programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
Hey, you want to order some Taco Bell?
Two grilled chicken burritos, 2 bold flavors. Order on the app, only at Taco Bell.
Subscribe to our KUAM News Digest, our weekly email newsletter with all kinds of information straight to your inbox. Just subscribe and we'll make sure to keep you informed and entertained with news from the KUAM News team, what to watch on NBC and CBS, and the latest promotions from KUAM Communications. Go to KUAM.com, click on the newsletter tab at the top of the homepage, register, and you're all set. Brought to you by Uno Go, Guam on Demand.
The Hotspot's back live right here on KUAM, and thank you for those of you guys who have been messaging me right now saying, yes, we caught the end of that interview with Janella where I'm like, all right, thanks so much. We'll see you next time. It's called a frame that shouldn't be there, everybody. If you're into video editing, you know what's up. Don't do that on TikTok. All right. But speaking of big screens and a much more wonderful screen, we want to send you to the movies. All right, Nia Long is one of the stars of the new movie Missing. This looks crazy, you guys. This is really, really good. So I want to send you to the movies. All you got to do, if you don't know this off the top of your head, go ahead and Google it. What was Nia Long's first movie? Joe Sir, back there, DJ Joe Sir is a huge Nia Long fan. I know he's like, call me. But we want to know, what was Nia Long's first movie? Remember, she's done TV before she made it on the big screen. She was in Different Strokes, everybody. That's how far back she goes. But what was her big screen debut? Let us know. DM us at KUAM News, either on Facebook or Instagram, and we want to send you to the movies. Go check out Missing. It is going to be absolutely incredible. And of course, thank you to our very, very good friend Constance Kamat. She is the marketing manager over there at Tango Theaters. Go to the movies. Just let us know, what was Nia's first movie? All right, now it's time to check out your Eye on Entertainment.
Why are we stopped?
A wildfire awakens a supernatural creature in the thriller Wolfpack. In the new trailer, 4 teens come together to unravel the secret that connects them. Sarah Michelle Gellar stars as Kristen Ramsey, an arson investigator. Catch the action when Wolfpack streams January 26th on Paramount+.
This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. Wait, hold up.
With 4 decades of chart-topping songs, Madonna is going on tour. She made the announcement in this viral video for the Madonna The Celebration Tour. The video features celebrities like Amy Schumer and Lil Wayne. The 35-city world tour kicks off in Vancouver and includes stops in Detroit and LA before heading to Europe. Tickets go on sale this Friday. And geniuses are put to the test in a new episode of The Price is Right at Night. Contestants include mathematicians and a chess grandmaster playing for a chance to win $100,000 and more.
There was two of them in the audience, and they played each other. They were both international chess grandmasters, and they saw each other like, oh, there you are, and there you are. And there was a 13-year-old girl who just got accepted into medical school.
You can watch tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. That's Your Eye on Entertainment. Nichelle Medina, CBS News.
I got you. I bet you thought I did it again. Okay, we only have one screw up per show, hopefully. All right, we will wrap up this show when we return.
Properties in the Tropics is your weekly roundup of the hottest properties on Guam. Every Thursday, get a virtual walkthrough of homes, apartments, townhomes, and land available for lease, rent, or sale with a breakdown of the most important info, including cost, features, and of course, location details. Watch it on KUAM News HotSpot at noon on streaming and TV8 or catch the encore at 5 p.m. on TV11. You can also check out each installment on Instagram too. Properties in the Tropics is presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
The most tempting part of your week is guaranteed to be Subway and Chili's lunchbox hours. Tune in Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Breeze 93.9 FM. Catch the greatest hits of your lifetime from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s while you grub on a mouth-watering Subway footlong sandwich or tantalizing flavors you love from Chili's. Your lunchbox hours brought to you by Subway and Chili's.
All right, everybody, time on the clock says we are out of it. So thank you so much for watching us live, YouTube, Facebook, KUM TV8. If you missed anything, go on our YouTube channel, watch it again. And watch this again. Please don't, though. All right, we hope you enjoyed watching today's show as much as we did bring it to you each and every weekday right here on the Hotspot. See you tomorrow, same time, same hour. Bye-bye.